Why do you keep having a funeral over and over again for something that is dead? Why do you keep having a funeral for something that is already dead?
I'm Crenshaw now, almost to your house. In love, I'm feeling you, quite hard to get out.
These contacts have about had it, but whatever. No filter today either. All right. So I wrote a post earlier about releasing, just being tired of my own BS. And let me like really get into it, what I was talking about. Ego is a son of a bitch. You really think you be doing everything you supposed to be doing, and you doing everything right, and woe is me, you the victim, and you really just be hurting your own self. Like you shoot yourself in the foot. I spent a whole year just going over crap, a bunch of crap, like just no reason for me to have to do it at all. You know, you have a breakup or you stop dealing with somebody, and you literally go through the cycle of, you know, they're wrong and they did that. But, and I firmly believe this, we all have intuition. We all know, I literally believe there is a point where you first get with somebody and the quickest thought goes to your head where you're like, this nigga's about to waste my time. Or, oh, they're only gonna be fun for a little bit, but they're nobody to take seriously. That thought comes into your head for a moment, and for whatever reason, we go, I could be wrong. There's no reason for me to judge. Let's see how it goes, just so they can give the time to play you. Why do you do it? Why do we do it to ourselves? I have no idea, but you do it anyway. And even if you do it anyway, out of the goodness of your heart, thinking, okay, he's still a nice little piece of something to look at, or she is, you know, she might have something to offer. I'm attracted to him, but I already know I ain't gonna go anywhere, but I'm gonna still do it. So everything that comes after that, whose fault is it? I already knew they were inadequate. I already knew there wasn't nothing to expect from them. And then for whatever reason, you just be like, okay, let's try. Let's see. And so at the end of it, it's like everything inside of you is going, I told you so. And then your ego goes, well, you can't lose now. And then all the BS comes after that. When your ego be like, well, you can't lose, you either gotta come with the anger and make sure that you trigger somebody, or you gotta be like, nah, that can't be the it, so you gonna fight for it, or you're denying the hurt that you felt from whatever the BS that they brought. A million different things. Why'd I put myself through it? Like literally, even afterwards, even after I was done, even after there's nothing else to be said, and I already got over that part, and I literally healed again and again and again, you still have to stop and think, good Lord, I'm still exhausted by the thought of even thinking back over of the BS that's happening. Why am I doing it to myself? Why? And ladies, you absolutely know what I'm talking about, because you can go through a breakup and you can absolutely know that that person ain't good for you. But at the same time, it still take months, or even for some people, years to officially be done with it. You still think about that crap in your head over and over and over and over again. Well, they did this. No, I know they were wrong. And then you need social media posts to justify, like, yeah, I know I was feeling this, or yes, I know I'm right, and stuff like that, but you're still thinking about it. So something is still not handled, not dealt with. Most of the time, the thing that ain't dealt with is you, us. It's us. Because we ain't gotten over it. Or we ain't gotten over our ego, because our ego was like, I need them to see that they were wrong. I need them to see that I was right. Why aren't they climbing at my door? You know you was wrong to even go there. So when I was saying I'm tired of my BS, I was saying that I am tired of exhausting myself, of the thoughts of how that situation went so wrong. And then my big thing is, I don't know if anybody's like me, I am not used to being wrong. Even when I knew I shouldn't have gone there in the very, very, very first place, I still don't think I should be wrong. So even though I knew I was wrong to go there, I now have to prove myself that I'm not wrong for giving them the time of day. And I literally went through a whole thing, was like, I know everything went wrong. Maybe we'll come back together later, just because I know I wasn't wrong about what I built up in that person, or what I built up in my head about that person. So I'm sitting here going over, well, was I wrong? Just so I can heal and move on from it. Or how wrong were they? And why am I not grasping the feeling? Because I'm used to, once I learn the lesson, I let it go. There is no feeling there no more. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it was. Chin check, we're done. That's usually what I'm used to. But after a while, it was like, it's still on my mind. It's still pissing me off. It's still a thing. I'm clearly not over it. Why am I not over it? It's ego. It's ego. That's all it is. It's ego. Ego. And use ego in any way you want to. Be it Beyonce's way or in the true way. It was both. Let's just be real. It was both egos. Got a big ego. Ego. Whatever. That ego is a son of a bitch. Like, you really just be thinking that you're doing totally fine and you done figured it all out, only for it to still keep bothering you, and clearly you ain't figured it out. And it's because ego still is trying to prove that you're right, just to avoid the feeling of hurt and loss. So my thing was, I finally got exhausted mentally. By the way, while I'm doing this video, my makeup is killing me. I am hating the way it looks. I got these daggone inverted raccoon circles under my eyes or whatever. But it's been a long day. I told you, y'all wasn't gonna get no filter every single time. So take all this gorgeousness as is. Like, my ego kept trying to find enough reason for me to justify why I lost, so that it didn't feel like a loss, when all honesty, all I had to do was accept the loss, because it really wasn't a loss when you was dealing with some trash. But no, it's like, once you already knew better and you already went there, it's kind of like your ego was like, don't make me tell you I told you so. And it's not that you can't accept that that person is gone and you need that person. It ain't even about that person anymore. It's about yourself. It's like, well, for me, it was like, well, I knew I shouldn't have went there in the first place, but now I need all these reasons to justify why I did it, so I don't feel so bad about being so stupid. Like, as smart as I am, how dare I be so stupid? Or I already knew better, but I was acting real stupid because I did all of it anyway. Like, it was getting to me. I kept going, well, I did this because of that, and it's okay that I did that because he was asking for it, and I know he did this, but yeah, he really shouldn't have did that and stuff like that, and I did this and stuff like that. Okay, all of that don't matter. And I am for damn sure tired of going through my head over and over again. Like, it was exhausting me. Like, I was exhausting myself thinking about it over and over again. How stupid is that? You know, we have like 11 tabs still in our head going over, and one of them tabs was exhausting me, and I was allowing it, and I was letting it be a big tab, more like one of the top 3 daily, over and over again, which means I felt like I weighed more than what I actually weigh, just all day, every day, after the situation passed eons ago. You know how exhausting that is? Just why? Why am I beating myself up? Why am I, oh, the pain is in the past, let me pick it back up and hurt myself again? Why? Why? What is it benefiting you? And then after a while, what I did was, you see how my eyelashes coming down? I already got a lazy eye, but it's really just playing me at this point. It's been a long week. But after a while, I was like, okay, why am I hurting myself? Why am I kicking my own self around? Why am I going through all this and the situation has been done? And then it was like, man, if I still care about it, then maybe I should be picking it back up. And then my dumb ass picks it back up. Just be like, well, I really did love him. I mean, No lie, you can really love somebody. You can honestly love somebody, but to continue to pick it back up again and again and again just to hurt yourself, and like, it can be there. You can love somebody and let it go. You can actually, nobody told me that. You can love somebody, you can have feelings for it, but you don't have to pick it up daily. So why am I doing it to myself? Why am I hurting my own feelings over and over again? Why am I holding space for this thing, this person, this situation when I don't need to? And then on top of that, don't I want to get over that situation to get something better? I promise you, every single time I did something better, I learned the lesson from a man or whatever and picked up something else or finally let it go, always met with better. Every single time. Has not failed. I have never gone backwards. So why on earth do I feel like the same thing won't happen? He was not God. He was not God. He is replaceable. I got this thing from Cher. She says men are dessert. She said her mom was like, you need to get you a rich man. She was like, Mom, I am the rich man. I am the rich man. They're nice, but they're dessert. But I'm just exhausted with my own BS. All of that crap that I put myself through, BS, not necessary. So ask yourself, like seriously, ask yourself, while you're thinking about that person, what is it costing you daily? Is it making you money? Is it putting food on your table? Do you sleep any better? Are you happy replaying the pain over and over and over again? You see how my hair just fell as time went on? Ask yourself all this. Is it going to change my next hour, my next day, my next week? If I think about this situation one more time, even though nothing is going to change from it, why do it? And see, this is the thing that men can do on a regular basis. I don't know why women can't, but men can be like, that's a thing. Oh, well, keep it going. So anyway, SpongeBob, like, they can do it. Why we can't, I don't know, but hopefully this helps and we can now, because my favorite motto, not my load to bear. And then here I am still bearing this load that I have no business bearing. I shouldn't have picked it up in the first place, but at the same time, here we are. But I still don't have to carry it no more. And when I tell you, when I finally just chin checked myself, and I was like, I don't need this crap. I don't have to think about it daily. And then when it pops back in my head, it's like, you know what? I love that person, but what's done is done. Just keep it going. All right, time for something better. It's literally that easy. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, but it doesn't have to take up your entire day. It doesn't have to take up every moment. That weight doesn't, you do not have to carry that weight on a regular basis. Alexa, play Empty Boxes by Tamar. You know what that song is about? She already knew there wasn't nothing coming from that nigga. It's wrapped up in a package and it looked real good, but she already knew better. She know ain't nothing coming. She just wasted her time. And she knew better. And she could have moved on. Save yourself some time. Focus on yourself. Do you know how much time and much power we give away just to say we got somebody? And I honestly believe that most companionships is just to make you feel better about being average when you know you're supposed to be so much greater. Or maybe that's not for everybody, but I know it's for me. Like, when I was avoiding some of the work that I should have been doing on myself for my own sake, for my purpose, I got a man. And then I would try to put that man in the midst of my purpose. Did it ever work? No, because that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be two different things. Call it church and state. I'm not saying you can't make money with your man, but your purpose comes first. So if something is over and done with, it don't even have to be about a man. It could be about your family. If something is over and done with, if a friendship is over and done with, if you know you are not digging that thing back up out of the grave, why do you still have a shovel in the fresh dirt? Why? Or you make sure, I don't want this to settle. We're not going to let grass actually, grow on the burial site. I still need to come over here more and green. I'm still having a funeral over and over again for something that's dead. Why do you keep having a funeral over and over again for something that is dead? Why do you keep having a funeral for something that is already dead? Why are you having multiple funerals for something that is already dead? That's really the end of it. You keep crying, you keep putting back on the same dress, you know how you're gonna wallow and feel hurt and everything like that, and you keep doing it. And then what's the craziest part is that you keep showing up to the church hoping that it's not gonna be a funeral, knowing damn well it's gonna be a funeral every time, and then you go through all the mourning and all the bullshit again. Why do it? Why do it? Even if you love that person, if you know it's dead, and this ain't gonna go for everybody, because everything ain't dead for everybody. But if you know it's dead, and you know good and damn well you don't need to dig it back up, why do you keep having a funeral over and over again? That's really the end of it. So I got tired. I got tired of having funerals over and over and over again. And then it was my ego trying to protect myself for saying, see, now I told you so. But it was also my ego trying to protect myself because I still was holding out hope. For what? For what? For a corpse? Girl, bye. Aren't you tired of your own bullshit? I am tired of my own bullshit. I'm tired of it.